What's good with y'all? Be back for another video. Damn. Yo, I'm telling you, I need better headphones. I don't know, maybe one without the mic shit. I don't need this shit. These headphones, I need better headphones for recording shit. I really do. These are just gaming headphones. You feel me? But anyway, my fault on this bad intro. What's good with y'all? It's Kel. We here for another video. We finna react to another Llama Summit video. But today is the most insane crash outs in fiction, which means it's not just anime, it's just fiction shit. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't read to this nigga in a minute. I ain't even gonna hold. This joint's 12 minutes. That's not even bad. Let's get into the shit. This is day 3. Day 3. 31. You're on a road right now. You gotta keep doing it. Oh, look. Yeah. What's going on? We're gonna start this over because I don't even like how I did that. We usually start this joint with a great. Oh Lord, I've been moving different.
Throughout 2024, we've seen plenty of terms being used and become a part of our everyday language. But one of the most popular words that's been ingrained into 2024 has got to be the term.
What term? Before you even say it. Type shit. Riz. Dumb niggas say that shit. I don't even know what.
Crash out. And to be
That too, yeah.
honest, the word's been driven into the ground to a point where it can legitimately be considered brain rot. And I think we can all agree that over time, it's lost a large part of its original meaning. So in today's video, I want to not only remind ourselves what a crash out actually is, but also talk about some of the biggest crash outs in all of fiction. So first, let's
Gone's definitely on here. Why Ichigo should be on here? It's not just anime though.
find the term. Urban Dictionary has multiple definitions that are fitting for the meaning. The most popular definition says that a crash out is to go insane and or do something stupid. Another one says that a crash out means to get really mad or upset or lose all your self-control. But my personal favorite definition has to be that crashing out means to willingly or unwittingly enter into a situation knowing the outcome will not be good. From these definitions, we can get the idea that there are multiple stages that make up a crash out. There first seems to be a moment of anger / insanity that causes someone to do a stupid action which will likely have bad consequences. With these ideas,
you can't tell me how bad that dumbass Star-Lord shit he did in fucking Infinity War, yo. That shit pissed me off, yo. Niggas sold the bag for everybody.
we can make some criteria in order to grade some of the characters in this video. We'll first need to look at the buildup or the initial event that causes the person to get angry, because there obviously needs to be some type of actual buildup in most cases. We should also consider the fact that if the moment justifiably caused a crazy response, then it can't.
This one here, this shit was tough. Roy Mustang doing this shit against
Really
NBA.
be considered
Shit was tough.
a crash out. Like if someone took your usual seat in a classroom of unassigned seats, it may or may not be justifiable to start tweaking out on them in class. Y'all can be the judge of that one. Then we have to look at the scale of the actual crash out, because let's be real, some people will say they're crashing out and it's just them being a bit grumpier. Like no, breaking a plate when you're angry does not mean you crashed out. When I talk about crash outs, I'm talking about driving into a McDonald's because your girlfriend broke
This is a crash out.
up with you, or
Niggas doing dumb shit like that one fucking nigga spraying fucking pesticides in fucking Walmart and shit. That nigga was tweaking.
the nonsense Antonio Brown was doing. The aftermath of the event must also be taken into account as well. Are the consequences really that bad? If they aren't, then we gotta dock some points. There's also a factor of remorse that should be considered as well. Like if you see someone crash out and they have no regrets afterwards, then it'll be graded much higher on the scale than if remorse was shown after the event. With all that said about the way, we should start talking about characters who have crashed out. And by the criteria I've just stated, we're not being Mickey Mouse here. So don't expect someone like Gojo during his awakening to be here, because he was not crashing out in the slightest. First character we're gonna cover is an iconic one, Majin Vegeta. When you take a surface level look at things, Majin Vegeta seems to be pretty severe on the grading scale. But let's look at things just a bit closer and see if it's actually as crazy as we may have initially thought. Let's put ourselves about 7 years after the events of the Cell Saga. Goku is dead due to sacrificing himself to Cell. Gohan is in high school now and also got into cosplay. Trunks grew up a bit, there's a mini Goku, and Vegeta's really just been chilling. It's pretty clear at this point that his character has been going through some changes, with him giving up fighting and really becoming more of a human. The Earth is really becoming more like his home every single day, whether he likes it or not. But then Goku tells everyone that he's allowed to visit the living world for 1 day to fight in the world tournament.
And this nigga Vegeta goes crazy about this shit.
and Vegeta gets a little giddy. He's been hoping for a day like this for a minute, but as Dragon Ball typically goes, there is some world-ending threat that prevents that match from happening. This time though, the threat could actually be prevented before the world-ending part comes to reality. So fast forward a bit, and Vegeta, Goku, and Gohan are on Babidi's ship.
Naruto music with Dragon Ball is insane work.
To stop Babidi and his minions. However, Vegeta's strong desire to not only fight but beat Goku brought out some of the older Vegeta's characteristics of being a selfish, heartless warrior. This allowed Babidi to use his mind control to take Vegeta over. Okay, so he's evil.
He's evil now.
Now, is that it?
Which means no. Y'all see that?
Hey, sorry for interrupting. Isn't that annoying? What if I told you there was a way to get rid of ads like this forever?
Oh, okay, where do I even start? First off, let's get this straight. Vegeta was not mind controlled by Babidi because of something Babidi did. No, that man Vegeta allowed himself to be
very true.
Taken over just to get strong enough to beat Goku. He was clearly able to fight.
And the sad part of it all, this nigga Goku wasn't even going all out, y'all. Sad part about it, he wasn't going all out.
Out Babidi's commands, and let's listen to this real quick.
If I hadn't gone to these lengths, we wouldn't be about to fight.
Okay, now we're creeping up.
And that's also true.
That scale fast because Majin Vegeta is clearly a threat. In his first appearance, he blew up an entire crowd of random people just to try to beat Goku one last time. He knew doing something.
It's not really just to beat Goku, it was to tell this nigga that he was being for real, for real. Like, nigga, I'm about that shit. What the fuck I'm feeling? I don't give a fuck. Let me kill these niggas right here and show you I'm not fucking around. That's what he did. And Supreme's Kai bitch ass gonna be like, no, we don't. Goku up the shit on him too. Like, nigga, get out the way. We serious. We out the hands. They did.
Something like this would force Goku to fight him. He had his wife in the audience, and I don't know if this specific version of Vegeta really cared about hitting her. So right now, in terms of the scale of this crash,
nigga, he ain't give a fuck.
So we have a bunch of random Earthlings dead, and your wife fainting at the thought.
Until he realized that Majin Buu was there, and the power that Majin Buu gained, the energy and shit from them fighting and all the other shit going around. He realized that he needed to step in because he the only nigga that can do some shit since the nigga knocked Goku out. You feel me? And yeah. Y'all know this shit. Y'all know this shit.
And the buildup that caused all this was Goku coming back, causing Vegeta's pride to go wild. But there's still the aftermath we need to get into. Goku and Vegeta are fighting, but then Goku realizes that Majin Buu might not be as much of a joke as they initially thought. Goku tries to call off the match, and Vegeta agrees, only for Vegeta to sneak. With Majin Buu being revived, Vegeta tries to fight him, but he is clearly outmatched. This is what leads us to arguably the best episode of DBZ, where Vegeta's heartless exterior is broken down, and he decides.
Final atonement. Yeah, this shit is good.
To sacrifice himself for his family and Goku. But that blast ain't really do anything. Majin Buu came back, transformed, and murked everyone on the planet. So let's look at everything we've just seen.
Super Buu is crazy. The Buu after that, which is like fucking, it's still Super Buu, but he started absorbing niggas. He tough too. But that nigga not cynical as fucking Kid Buu, yo.
Vegeta essentially did all of this because of his same
nigga started fucking. Kid Buu gotta be on this list, yo.
And pride and
no fucking way.
Desire to fight Goku. So let's be real. His reasoning was not good enough and was just based on selfishness. The actual crashing out included Vegeta murking an entire crowd of people and regressing his character back to his older self. Imagine your friend got beat in a video game that he was supposed to be the best at, and he went.
And then he just started killing niggas he knew around him.
On this crusade murking people to try and get the run back. The aftermath was fairly bad as Vegeta's whole stunt caused Majin Buu to be revived, who snowballed into Super Buu and Kid Buu. However, I should mention that Vegeta did show a lot of remorse. He was also able to wish back the people he murked, redeeming himself for some of his actions. So I'm gonna have to deduct some points off the crash outness. Nigga,
it's not even the same Vegeta. It is the same Vegeta. But this is Vegeta after. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying. Why deduct shit? You should also put in the fact from the past. You should give him points in the past. Niggas was destroying plans too, yo.
This moment,
killing innocent niggas, yo.
Like due to the immense
you just brought up Majin Vegeta.
Amount of remorse Vegeta showed
during the final
battle, I'm gonna have to grade Majin Vegeta's crash out a 7.5 out of 10. I do believe this moment does fit the definition of a crash out, as he did do something relatively stupid without any regards for the outcomes. However, he did regret those actions. Like I said, if you're doing things like driving full. Also, he regretted his actions for naming niggas too in the manga.
You know what I'm saying?
Speed into the LA Fitness and you'll say you'll do it again, then you've got to be graded higher. A certain character later in the video will personify this idea to a T. Switching genres just a bit, I want to shift to a different character, that character being Symbiote Spider-Man. Symbiote Spider-Man is an interesting case because he's one of the few characters that...
Now, I've seen a lot of people say that they hate how Symbiote Spider-Man is like always aggressive and shit. And they said some shit about the comics where he's not necessarily like that all the time or some shit like that. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't read the comics, but you know what I'm saying? Everything I see of Symbiote Spider-Man, he's like a little dickhead type shit. But some niggas said, you know, I seen a video on TikTok. He's like, yeah, we're tired of this shit. Let's just bring it back to the I almost said manga, the comics and shit like that. If they really read that shit, you would know he's not like that all the fucking time. I'm like, oh shit, well, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's true now. I don't read the comics.
That could be seen as an actual crash out, meaning that we're not just defining one action of a character, but the actual character themselves. Basically, in all Symbiote Spider-Man renditions, he has the potential to start tweaking out and doing something that is really excessive for the situation. As I kinda emphasized with Vegeta, violence against random people is rated very highly on the crash out grading scale. However, we don't really see a lot of the Symbiote Spider-Man just punching up random people. Their stories more so focus on Peter's interactions with his loved ones and how his increased irritability affects his relationships. We can kind of infer that he do this with complete strangers, but I don't know if Peter typically has a suit long enough in a lot of media to actually start doing stuff like that. In my opinion, based on the criteria I mentioned before, Symbiote Spider-Man gets a lot of his points from what he be doing to his villains. Half of the time, the villains don't even do anything crazy, but Symbiote Spider-Man will go out of his way to try to murk them. Look at what happened with Shocker in the animated series. Spider-Man verbatim said he'll go to the ends of the earth to find him. He was not joking. I know he was not joking. And I'm pretty sure all of this started because Peter went out of his way to fight Shocker after breaking into Eddie Brock's house. Stuff like this is just not justified in the slightest. Spectacular Spider-Man also straight up tried to murk Dr. Octopus.
And the funny thing is, this nigga was asleep. He wasn't even up. The Symbiote was just controlling the nigga while he was asleep.
But he wasn't necessarily doing charity work, so there's at least a bit more justification. But at the end of the day, most of the symbiote suits
he left that part. I don't know why.
Taken off because Peter sees that he's becoming too violent and irritable. So I'd say most versions of the symbiote Spider-Man will probably be a 5 out of 10 on the crash out meter, but we'll give the animated series Spider-Man a 6 out of 10 because that series made sure to really show Peter tweaking out. There are comic versions that are probably higher on the scale, but I'll stick to what I know. Before we get into the Demon Child, if you're enjoying the video and you haven't done so already,
go on. Yeah, that nigga is a for sure crash out. Nigga said, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna throw my life away. Dead ass.
You might as well subscribe. With that being said, next character whose crash out is getting graded is KelReacts. But for those who are unaware, y'all may think that he's just a kid. So how could he really crash out? I just want to let you know that you cannot be any more incorrect. Gon is a 12-year-old, but he's one of the most unhinged 12-year-olds I've ever seen. Like even Killua, after all the things we've seen him go.
Gon a real nigga though. I ain't gonna lie. Gon a real nigga. Nigga love to shout his friends. Gonna protect close ones. If it's about a fight, he gonna do that shit, no matter if he gonna win or lose. Gon was a tough ass nigga, yo. Gold ass nigga, I'm telling you.
Go through in his life is nowhere near as crazy as Gon. During the Chimera Ant arc, Gon and Killua meet Kite for the first time. Well, Killua meets Kite for the first time because Gon already knew him. The 2011 anime did a bad job explaining it, and I'm sure that a lot of people watched that version of the series. Kite was one of the main reasons why Gon wanted to be a hunter in the first.
The 2011, yeah, I watched all that. The 1991, it starts off like this. I'm pretty sure. I seen like a little bit of it. I turned the episode off. Maybe I'm watching the wrong thing. I didn't know. That was an OVA or something. But yeah, I need to watch that one. I really do. Not even gonna lie, I need to. I need to pick that joint back up. Not even gonna lie. Maybe I will eventually. I should. I told my people on Instagram I should. They said I should. Yeah, maybe I should. I should. How many times did I say should? I don't even know.
First place. So later in the arc, when Kite got attacked by Pito, Gon started getting angry and was about to do something stupid. Killua did the right thing and retreated with Gon and left Kite behind. This is when we can really see how unhinged Gon can really get. Gon saw Kite's arm get cut off immediately and thought to himself, don't worry everyone, I know Kite's alive.
Damn, yo. You know what's funny? Now thinking about that, I didn't even realize how unhinged the nigga was. At this point in the arc, he kept bringing that shit up, yo. And niggas around him know damn well He's cooked. Especially Killua. Especially Killua.
We're already reaching dangerous levels of delusion, but you know, he was kinda right. Kite is alive, he's just not looking too hot. Gon
Then, no, he not.
then promises to get Pito to fix Kite, which, come on now, who's gonna tell him? Gon probably knew that Kite was cooked from the beginning.
The image, yo.
But he was just in denial, which probably makes what he does next even crazier. And if you want some more analysis on why that
Nigga said, I will kill.
that may be, I'd recommend you go watch this video because I think it provides a new perspective on Gon. To not drag the build up for too long, Gon and Killua meet Pito, and Gon is ready to fight. But Pito
Please bring in the part I just said, yeah.
was unable to fight because they're healing a young girl. Gon is furious because he doesn't want to be responsible for an innocent
Nigga said, you can heal this young girl. You can do this kind of shit. But you ain't think shit about when you seen.
girl's death, but he really wants Pito immediately. Pito asks
Give a fuck about that girl. Nigga, I'll kill that.
Gon to wait for some time, and he agrees. After the time is up,
That's basically what he was saying.
the two go off to see Kite. Pito then reveals that they can't fix Kite and that he's actually dead, which causes Gon to transform.
A tough transformation anime too.
In case you don't know what just happened, Buddy just aged himself like 10-20 years to gain enough power to fight Pito. The fight that proceeded was
Oh, why we buffering? Why we buffering? Chill out on that. Chill out on that.
not actually a fight, it was a beatdown. Truly a one-sided devastation. Killua arrives and Gon is still punching Pito after they're clearly dead, and Killua is
Man, we buffering like crazy.
understandably shocked because his best friend, who's the same age as him, is now a grown man and has enough Nen to bake a royal guard. However, as we may know, Nen can get stronger after death, and one of Pito's abilities was still active, allowing them to cut off Gon's arm. But after his arm got cut off,
I don't even know how water got in my nose. The hell? When he said royal guard, I thought about bleach. I'm like, yo, what the hell is this nigga talking about?
he tells Killua
I forgot the Chimera ants have royal
that
guards.
he's fine and he feels happy. He feels happy, yes.
It's a great panel.
He is showing absolutely no remorse or regret for what he's doing. And the aftermath for this, Gon looking like this. This is his
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, nigga did not care. Nigga said, I'm gonna kill this girl, and if I die, I die.
arm, bro. Don't let his smile trick you. He is willing to throw away his life for revenge. This is probably the first crash out of this variety on the list. With Vegeta's case, we see him murking other people and not caring about anyone else but his fight with Goku. In Gon's case, depending on who you ask, Gon is justified in trying to murk Pito for revenge, but in the process, he's willing to throw away his own life, which in my opinion constitutes as crashing out. The fact that he shows little to no regret for all of this is also very telling. And let's not forget,
This whole arc, bro, especially when it got towards the castle, this nigga did not give a fuck about nothing but P2 killing her. I'm telling you, yo. Especially when Netero had to... You should have seen the look in the nigga's eyes, yo. I'm telling you. And for those that seen Hunter, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Gon is doing all of this at 12 years old.
I know what I'm talking about.
What was I doing at 12 years old? Playing with Beyblade? Rating Gon's crash out is actually pretty easy. Although the build-up has decent reason for a more drastic response, Gon's response was well beyond the threshold. Gon forcefully aged himself a couple decades, which just blows away my suspension of disbelief. Gon not only murked Pito, but spent God knows how long punching their corpse. Then there's him not really caring about what happened afterwards or if he died all for the sake of revenge. And then there's the potential he went into all of this knowing Kite was gone for real. Yeah, 9 to a 9.5 out of 10. Threat to society.
Should I give him a 10 for Ryan?
And a future tyrant of a country. I don't even need an analogy to real life to make y'all understand why Gon deserves a score like this.
Cause I'm telling you, yo, when he was about to fight, when I forgot the bull's name, the nigga with the pipe joint, the smoke nigga, with that Nen ability. This nigga Gon was about to hit him with rock. He was about to kill the nigga. He had to stop. Killua had to stop the nigga. If he didn't stop, Gon would have killed the nigga.
The next character I want to talk about is Bakugo.
This ain't worse than Gon. So just cause a nigga, you know, get mad all the time and shit like that, it's not worse than Gon. I'm gonna just say that right now.
Who has similarities to Symbiote Spider-Man in the fact that Bakugo has the potential to be an actual crash out. Bakugo is your standard hot-headed character, but this guy has the ability to create explosions from his hands, so you can see how that
he wants to be a hero. He can't be tweaking. If not, nigga gonna be a villain. You know what
may end up. Bakugo has had many instances where he has been prone to do violent acts with little to no provocation. Shoot, any conversation he has with Deku feels like a 50% chance of him bugging out and getting angry. Honestly, any conversation this guy has, he's ready to fight. He was ready to fight Mirko over some little comments. Even when he was spending time with kids, he was a madman. You could probably make an hour-long compilation of Bakugo being a threat to society. This is the same guy who also chose his hero name to be Great Explosion. Murder God Dynamite, which is definitely a name of all time, I won't lie. However, the thing with Bakugo is that he won't actually end your life. The most he'll do is beat you up or blow you up a bit. Like, Bakugo hasn't actually murked anyone he said he wanted to murk. He's all bark and some bite.
I forgot this shit was over. My hair was over. I forgot about that. Last season come out this year? In the fall, I think. Something like that.
That bite being explosions that can level buildings and produce massive concussive forces. The one thing I'll give Bakugo is that before he and Deku got closer, he was coming extremely close to some homicide charges. Like, what did Bakugo think would happen if he hit Deku with his blast? Deku was cooked. Like, no more seasons after this one cooked. But as we all know, he does tone it down a fair amount after this season. If he was like this the entire series, then we'd be having different conversations. But for now, I think I'm gonna have to give Bakugo a
That's a fit. I ain't gonna lie. Shut up.
I'm 5.5 on the crash out meter.
Alright, good.
Similar to
Symbio's no way it's higher than Gon.
Spider-Man, Bakugo is quick to anger and will lash out a lot, but this also extends to random people. However, since he's a hero, he hasn't demonstrated the tendency to have actual killing intent, docking him a couple points. To be honest, he's more hot-headed than anything. I can't really call someone much of a crash out who won't actually murk anyone. Finally, I wanted to briefly discuss two other characters. First,
oh my goodness. My glorious goat. Are we talking about Sasuke?
this is them being Datara. I don't even have much to say. He's high-key crazy, but I don't even think he's much of a crash out. Like, he blew himself up, but he's genuinely just like this. Passion for something will make people go to crazy extents sometimes. 4 out of 10. Muscle Man has some crazy moments too, like when he took on an entire army. This was low-key justifiable though. I just spent thousands of dollars because I thought I won the lottery. Then someone or something tells me I didn't win, I'd start bugging out too. But taking on an entire army, I don't know about that one. I'd give this a calm 5.5 to 6.5 out of 10 because you are fighting an entire army. But this stuff is kind of normalized in regular show. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hope you guys are having some very happy holidays. If there are any other characters or moments I missed,
it's not even the same, yo. I thought we was finna talk about Sasuke. I was about to. No, but we not. Maybe he'll make the next cut, next video, something like that. I'm not sure. Y'all know how I am about Sasuke, you know what I'm saying? Yo, best character. I'll talk, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. I like this video a lot, you know what I'm saying? I hope he does more of these. Part 2 includes Sasuke. We can talk about that all day. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a lot of tips on Sasuke. A lot of conversation. You know what I'm saying, about Sasuke. You know, I'll give you all that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm Kel. Y'all know that this is day 3 of posting. And yeah, I don't know what I was about to say, but yeah. Hopefully y'all like the vid, and I will catch y'all. Peace.